Hello, my name is Mackenzie, and I'm doing this assignment for my philosophy class on existentialism, and my job is to summarize objections to the existentialism of Kierkegaard, Heidegger, and Sartre, specifically in relation to ethics. So first, I just want to start by defining the terms used in the question and how these philosophers put their own spin on existentialism, what the existential dialectic is, and many other things. So they all have their own opinions, and so we're trying to understand what the problem is with existentialism is from the perspective of modern day ethical social laws, I guess I want to say. So, existentialism is basically the acknowledgement that a person or individual is free to do what they want, how they want, and take responsibility for their choices in the process. And ethics is just what we find socially acceptable to us. Ethics are kind of formed by society. Like, society says it's bad to kill a puppy. Society might not say that cheating on your boyfriend because he's abusive is bad or good, but that's left up to the individual as well. So, what I have written in my notes says how choices might not be ethical because if it's just coming from what is right and wrong, what is to stop me from saying something is right when it is ethically wrong? Which is the example I was trying to give. So we're trying to question why the reason for transformation, which is what the existential dialectic is, might not be ethical. Got it. Okay. So I feel like taking a look at religion is probably the most concise way to just figure out this problem. So religion mainly says that you need to be a good person. There's many different definitions of what a good person is, which is the problems that we're coming to in this whole situation. So essentially, like, you might not do a moral thing to be religious. Should have called upon act unethical. So you might not do a moral thing to be religious. Oh, I understand this. Okay. I kind of want to skip that remark, but can we go back to the remark where I said should have called upon act unethical? So we've all heard stories from the Bible of God calling upon his disciples or whoever is being told about in the Bible. And let's just say, for example's sake, God calls upon me to kill my sister. In the religious life, well, actually, no, in any life, what makes that ethical? What makes it unethical? So, modern day society, ethics says it's unethical to kill my own sister. But now we come to the question is if we're transforming our form of life to one where we want to follow the religious life, undoubtedly, and God calls upon me to kill my sister, is ethics not used in that situation. That's the problem that we're kind of facing. I'm trying to answer this question. We in class we kept discussing it, and we're apparently getting super close, but couldn't find the exact problem. But this is kind of the problem that I'm kind of stating, that ethics isn't something. There's no rule book on ethics. There's no, this is wrong, that is right. This is wrong, that is right. It's up to the individual. Free to choose, free to express yourself. Everyone can do what he or she likes, and everyone will be incapable of changing what that person does or says because they're not that person. This is one of the major objections that Simone de Beauvoir comes in with, and I'm trying to think. Okay. So I've paused this video like 8 times to redo it because I stopped to think, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to think and just go. So if we happen to believe whatever we believe in that moment, how are we going to persuade others' opinions? This comment I wrote down really stuck with me, because what is to stop my ethics from changing? You know, is it the fortitude of my mind and soul and body in these certain beliefs, or is it, am I considered weak for changing my mind or changing my ethics? What if one day my ethics says, oh, cheating on a test is horribly wrong and whoever does it is condemned to hell? What if my ethics says that about cheating on a test? All of a sudden I see someone in my class cheating on a test that I didn't study for and think, well, I mean, what will happen? What's the worst? I get kicked out of school. My ethics can change every day. I might not find cheating on a test on a certain day to be unethical. It's all up to the individual. And I think that's the problem when you're trying to follow a certain form of life or make transformations for the good or for the better. What is to stop your personal ethics from changing? Back to Heidegger.